All right, we got Papa Joe today, not Papa John, Papa Joe 5331 commented on my video about what to do if you haven't filed taxes in years. Link to that video here at the top of the screen. Papa Joe says, need advice. I'm 62 years old. I haven't filed in more than 10 years. Why? Because I lost it all 12 years ago due to the housing crisis. I haven't shown any income in 9 years, now wanting to file and get straight. Was thinking of ordering the 4596T. I think you mean 4506T. That's the transcript request form. I think that's what you mean, Papa Joe. But then you say, how far back is easier to pay someone to do? Advice, please. So I'll tell you, Papa Joe. Let's start kind of with the last bit of your question. How far back? Well, is it easier to pay someone to do? Well, yes. I mean, if you're paying somebody else to do it, to figure out what years you should file, pull the transcripts, do the returns, right? Well, yeah, that's less time for you that you have to spend doing it, so it's inherently easier for you. Of course, the downside, obviously, is you have to pay money to someone to do it, right? It's like, is it easier to go out to eat tonight or to cook at home, right? Obviously, it's easier to cook at home, but the downside of going out to a restaurant is you got to pay money. How far back? Okay, that's a great question. Unless the IRS has filed SFRs for you, meaning they filed returns based on information they received, 1099s, W-2s, things like that. Unless they've done that, it probably doesn't make sense to go back longer than 6 years, right? IRS considers if you file the last 6 years that you are in tax filing compliance in general, okay? If we're looking at all the IRS service-wide policy statements here, we go to 5-133 down here. There we go. Delinquent returns. Enforcement of filing requirements. Okay. I think it's down here is what we're looking for. Normally, application of the above criteria will result in enforcement of delinquency procedures for not more than 6 years. Enforcement beyond such period will not be undertaken without prior managerial approval. Also, if delinquency procedures are not to be enforced for the full 6-year period of delinquency, prior managerial approval must be secured. Basically, some higher up at the IRS has to sign off on your case to make you go back longer than 6 years. Okay? And I would say, Papa Joe, if you haven't been contacted about this, if a revenue officer has not been assigned to your case, it is extremely likely that you can simply file the last 6 years of returns. So right now, that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Okay. Those returns. Get on the good foot, start filing again going forward, and you'll be in compliance. You'll be good. You'll be considered in compliance with your tax filings by the IRS. Your state may feel differently. Okay. That said, they'd probably be thrilled just to get you filing again and back in the tax system. In terms of getting the transcripts, you can use the 4506T here. Filled out. You probably want your account transcript and then your wage transcript. You got to put the years down there, right? So they like it in this format, 1231, 2018 or whatever. I don't know what this red line is. Did I do that? Sign it, date it, phone number. Okay. And then you can mail or fax to the proper address or fax number depending on what state you live in. Okay. However, as it says right here on the 4506T, you can get faster service, right? But you can call this number or you can do it online. At irs.gov/individuals/get-transcript. You can do it through your online account. If you have an IRS online account, it uses that ID.me thing now. You can also request it by clicking this Get Transcript Online. Oh, that's not what I want. You can also get it by mail by clicking that button that says Get Transcript by Mail, putting your social, date of birth, address, zip code. Now, this is the address used in your most recent tax return. Okay. So So, you can do this. It'll go to the last address the IRS has on file for you. If you haven't filed in many years, that might be an old address, so you couldn't do this. Also, when you use this Get Transcript by Mail tool on the IRS website, it's only for tax return and tax account transcripts. Okay, it's not going to give you the wage and income transcripts that show all of your 1099s and W-2s, etc., that were issued to you with all the income information on them. Okay, so I mean that's what I would say. But brother, just figuring out what years to file and getting your transcript, that's just your first step, man. There's more to it. There's kind of some strategy in place. There's ways to avoid penalties and all that. If you want to DIY this and you don't want to pay somebody like us at Choice Tax Relief, I mean, I have a whole team of tax preparers here, CPAs and etc., who manage this stuff. But if you don't want to pay somebody to do it like us, then check out this video here, upper left hand corner of your screen, how to file your back taxes, avoid penalties, get your life back on track. Okay, it's up here at the upper left-hand corner of your screen. If you do want to schedule a free consultation about your unfiled returns, give us a call here at Choice Tax Relief, 866-8000-TAX. That's 866-8000-829. Or you can visit us at choicetaxrelief.com, fill out the form, and we will reach out to you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.